Would you like to make millions of dollars with no money up front? Of course you would. Well, stick around and you're going to find out how. Okay, those of you who are around back years ago, you remember these things called infomercials? Back when people looked at television. I think everyone's cut the cord now. They're on Netflix and Hulu and everything else. But late at night, used to have these infomercials, which were 30-minute commercials about crap. And one of the big ones was how to make millions of dollars in real estate. Well, I like to call them the Howard Johnson investors. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's nothing wrong making a little bit of money. But here's the thing. We're dealing with a lot of mainly men children. And let me go through the tales to make sure no one steals your house. So I have this one particular house, and I think maybe the area that it's in, and I'm not going to lie, it has not sold because the market is not great right now. So here's the thing. I get about 2 to 3, and yesterday 4 inquiries on the house, but they don't come from people who actually want to buy the house. They're from investors. If you look at some of my videos, you'll see me talking about how sometimes it's a great deal to sell to an investor. Before the current crisis that we're in, I've actually helped sell clients' homes to investors, and they got good money. Well, things are changed. So investors are either cash investors who are really what you call wholesalers. So what a wholesaler does is they go in, they say they're going to buy your house. In reality, they're going to try to find somebody else to buy the house. It's known as an ABC transaction. Basically, they say they're going to buy the house, then they're going to transfer the sale to someone else, and then they're going to pocket $5,000 to $10,000. They really didn't have to do any work. Well, here's the problem. With all the investors offering pennies on the dollar now, these guys will tie up your house, pretend they're going to buy it, try to put down low EMD, then not even pay the EMD, and then there you were, your house off the market in a very trying time. And when they can't get someone who will buy the house, you know what they do? They skip out of town. Is that something you really want to happen? Well, no. Well, we got these guys who are going back to an old tactic. Those of you who are old enough to remember television, and like I said, like late night commercials or infomercials, there was always that one. We're going to show you how to buy real estate with no money out of your pocket. Those guys are back again. Matter of fact, not only are they calling me 2, 3, yesterday 4 times, I'm getting people who are in the real estate space trying to teach this crap because it's like, hey, this is a new thing, seller financing. Well, seller financing is you have a mortgage. Well, let's say you're good enough to get it during the good times a few months ago and you only paid 3%. Rates now are 6.28% as of today. Well, they would love to have that because it saves them a lot of money. But the best part is they come in and go like, hey, I'll buy your house for full price. I know you're having an issue right now. Yeah, maybe you are. So here's the thing. They will take over your mortgage payments. I have a question. What happens when things don't work out the way they want it to? When they can't get the rents that they want? I'll tell you what happens. They stop paying you and you're on the hook. Now, what this is called is a subject to loan. It's not even a loan, it's subject to. So they have you transfer the deed into their name, but the mortgage remains in your name. And then what happens? Ready for this? You continue to pay your mortgage. They give you some money and to pay your mortgage every month, and you hope nothing goes wrong. Here's the problem that they don't want you to know or to think about. What happens if they skip out? Remember, the deed is in their name. The loan is in your name. And they call that seller financing. The kicker is, don't tell the bank. Well, why not tell the bank if it's so legit, so above board? Because most of the banks Don't allow this. On top of that, they're going to recall your loan and make you pay it off immediately if they find out. They may find out if you default because they didn't pay you because the renter didn't pay them. And guess what? You got a renter in the house you can't get rid of because the deed's in their name. And the reason I'm so skeptical about this is because of all the man children I've been dealing with lately. And there have been some real man children. Like one, when I basically said no to him, his response was to text me back, "Ha, I'll just get this house when it expires and for what the price I want." With a bunch of laughing emojis and all this childish crap. I don't have time to deal with a bunch of dang children. And neither should you. Don't deal with these children. If they come to you respectfully, fine. But see, here's the thing. Why is someone trying so hard if something is so good? You know who tries so hard? Con artists. I had one, the next man child, this is just a couple of days ago, calls me up, and I can always tell when it's an investor. Do you know why? Because when it's a real estate agent, they're really interested in the house. This is how the conversation goes. "Hi, this is Jim Miller from XYZ Realty." When they call me and they go like, "Hi, is this Eric Hudson?" Yes, it is. So I know when it's a guy who's calling on who's an investor. You know why? Because when a real estate agent calls and they're interested in actually buying the house, helping a client or something, it's, "Hi, this is Jim Wilson from XYZ Realty." These guys call and they say the same thing. Hello, is this Eric Hudson? Yes, it is. Eric, my name is Bob, and I'm calling about your listing over on 123 Main Street. Yes, Bob, what can I tell you? Is your seller interested in some creative financing to get the house sold? Bob, what kind of creative financing? Well, what we would like to do is help your client get some money for their house, get out from under that loan, and most importantly, put some money in your pocket. Bob, is this about a subject to loan? You've heard of a subject to loan. Yes, I have. And about 3 of you guys call every day. And my clients have already said no to it. Well, why have your clients said no? Do they understand how great this is for them? We've already explored all of these options, and based on their circumstance, they cannot do this. Well, what circumstances are those? Those are called private things. I cannot discuss them with you, Bob. Well, listen, I'm just trying to help out. Have they thought about this really deeply? Is there a chance for us to all sit down in one room and for me to discuss with them? I get this 2, 3, 4 times a day. Idiots texting, everything else. If it's so great, then trust me, it's something I would go with my clients. And to be honest, I bring it up because for some people it does work. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't work for everyone. And this is where I'm hesitant. When I say, I've already gone through this. When I say 2 people call per day on average. When I say I've already gone through every single iteration with my clients and the situations in their lives, and you just keep coming back. Have you thought about this? Yes, we already thought about that, and it can't work for this reason. It's like the big book of bullshit excuses. Have you tried this? Yes, another investor brought that up, and it's like all this crap they learned from their big book of bullshit at the Howard Johnson Red Roof Inn of investing. If anyone is trying to convince you that hard and get so childish, you know something's wrong. All the investors are out. They are out in force, and their goal is to make money, of course. Whether it's you make money or not, they don't care. It's like dealing with some of the investors as a real estate agent, where they do all kinds of crazy stuff. Well, if you do this for me, I'm going to flip the house and I'm going to let you list it. until you realize you've been burned by them, and they'll let you list it, but at 0.5% for your side. Or do this one for me for free, and then the next one I'll get you a commission. Trust me, I've dealt with these investors before. Some of them are good. There are real estate agents just in my office alone. Their entire business is investors. That works. It works for some investors. Some investors out there, they're really just there to make their thing and go on. Then there are the people who are trying to convince you for sleazy deals. So this is what I'm trying to talk about today. Hope you kind of get some of it. I'm just trying to end the year. It's not meant to be negative. It's just meant to be education. So if you have a house for sale, you can look at this deal. I'm serious. For some people, it may work. Some people may work great, but does it work if your house is worth $500,000, you get a $300,000 cash offer? Some people, it actually works, believe it or not. If you inherited the house and you live in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and your great aunt Bertha left you the house here in Las Vegas or someplace else, $300,000 is $300,000 in free money. So for some people, they don't want to deal with that. Their way, it works for them. Some people, you can't take that kind of a hit because you paid $350 for it. It's worth $5, and they want to give you $3. Think it all through. Talk to some real estate professional. Do the research yourself, and be careful of the information they give you. They can give you a website to go to, but that website may have been pre-programmed to convince you to do something, okay? If you need any help with anything, contact real estate professional, including myself if you need to. Call, text, email. Info's down below. Info tab. Calendar to get on my calendar. And if you find just a little bit of value from what I provide to you, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And again, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Festivus, the holiday for the rest of us, and just overall, Happy Holidays.